Hey friends, it is I, Sarge, your favorite YouTube therapist, and today we're going to talk about why do you keep relapsing. So when we're talking about this now, I want you to remember, I'm not just talking about drugs and alcohol, although that certainly applies here. I'm talking about any bad habits, right? Like overeating, overspending, impulse buying, sexually acting out, pornography, sleeping too much, anything you can think of that is not the right way to manage your mental health, right? So what happens is we all get to this point when we are at our low levels, right? Our low emotions of depression, anger, sadness, anxiety, and the brain has this strong desire to try to rebalance itself. And if you don't take care of your brain with all of those things that we know produce dopamine, serotonin, GABA, and norepinephrine in healthy ways, such as getting outside, socializing, eating healthy, drinking lots of water, exercising, if I didn't already say that, stimulating your mind with like reading or puzzles, prayer if you're a spiritual person, meditating, yoga, playing with your pets. All of these things are the good ways to produce dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, and GABA. But sometimes we allow ourselves to get a little bit depleted and we're not taking care of it in that healthy way. So your brain's only going to take so much of that and it's going to say, we want to feel better fast. And we're going to go for the easiest, fastest hit of dopamine that we can get. And that, my friends, is when you're more likely to have that giant piece of chocolate cake, devour that whole box of cookies, get yourself smashed, act out sexually, watch pornography, impulsively buy stuff on Amazon, do drugs, all of these things that we know they're going to make you feel better, but just for a second. And then what happens is you start to feel crappy, either consciously or subconsciously. You start to think bad thoughts about yourself. Oh man, I relapsed. I'm such a crappy person. Why am I so weak? I'm supposed to be working on this. I'm terrible. I'm never going to be good at this. And that, my friends, is going to bring you back down to those lower emotions again, right? So this is how we get perpetually caught in that cycle. Now, the way to break this is you really have to make yourself stay on top of all of those things. Socializing with your friends, praying or meditating, creating something, art, music, whatever, stimulating your mind, reading, puzzles, getting outside, eating well, drinking lots of water, doing all those things that helps to take care of our body and our brain. That will help you, and then manage that, recognize and manage those impulses when you know you're feeling like, oh, I just want to feel better. And that's when you got to try to interrupt it, okay? Now, if you're having physical addiction issues, I do encourage you to get some help because that's really hard to deal with on your own. If it's not anything like that, then, certainly try to use some of these skills that I'm putting up here for you, okay? Now, keep taking care of your mental health because your mental health matters.